Joe, you can start.
Okay. Hey, how's it going, Kody? How was practice today?
Good. It was pretty good out there, you know. Felt good to get back on the field with the guys again after having our game last weekend, you know, just getting into a flow of things, getting ready for this next upcoming game.
The defensive line has been playing pretty well, and you guys have really improved your play every week, starting to get some pressure on the quarterback, but more importantly, stopping the run and making other teams one-dimensional, as is Coach Woody's game plan all the time. You guys have been rotating in and out a lot of people on D line, sometimes two, three deep at each position. What do you think has been kind of the almost even hate to use this word, but the secret sauce for your guys' success so far this year, in terms of stopping the run and really shutting down opponents' running games?
I will say it's an extremely difficult job to do. You know, we just been lucky and blessed to have been performing the way we have. Just knowing that we can go out there and we could trust the guys left and our right, and whoever's in the game, we could trust that they're going to uphold the standard that the ones are set, that we can just rotate guys in and it will be no drop off. So just being able to perform that way, I think, is one of the biggest successes. And then another part of that would be just the look we get day in and day out from the guys on the scout team. Like, I thank those guys every single day for how hard, physical, fast they play. They just help us out so much. Like guys like Chuck Johnson, Wes Shaw, Nick Moore, Jonah Zimmerman, Tyler Lee, Braden Helmkamp, like guys like that are the reason why we are able to play the way we are on Saturdays, Fridays, Thursdays, is because they set us up Monday, Tuesday, whenever the day is. They'll come out there every day and give it their all. Like it's their last football game on earth, and I love that about them.
So let me follow up on that for my kind of final question, Kody. You always hear other teams that have to play Army's offense talk about, yeah, we tried to simulate it in practice, but the speed is completely different when you get to the game. Based on how the scout team has been setting you guys up, based on what you just talked about, how would you say the speed of other teams' offenses surprises you at all, or are you guys pretty much ready for the tempo and pace that you get when you go out there?
I would say the look we get from those guys is like second to none. Like, of course, like the teams we're playing are extremely talented, extremely fast, extremely physical. They're gonna play hard as well, but our scout team, they're gonna go out there and they're gonna give it their very best, and I think that has helped us tremendously in game.
Thanks, Kody.
Hey, Kody, Ken McMillan, Times Herald Record.
How you doing, Ken?
Good. Kody, you faced the Army offensive line, ones and twos all season. What is it that they're doing well this year that you've noticed?
Kicking our tails in every chance they get. Those guys are they're the mob for a reason. Like those guys have all my respect 24/7. Like I will never doubt that they're gonna get the job done when it comes down to the game. Like just knowing that the level of talent we play is through the roof, and seeing those guys go in each week and just get whatever's thrown at them and just perform the way they do, practice the way they do, carry themselves the way they do is just amazing to see.
Is it a physicality or is it a technique thing? What do you think?
The guys up front, the mob has it all. Like those guys are going to be physical. They're going to play technically sound. They're going to communicate. Like I'm hearing them before the play. I'm just looking at how well they like. It's a well-oiled machine up front there. Like guys, Brady Small, Paolo Generelli, Bill Cassianis, Lucas Scott, Connor Finucane, Booby Law. Those guys up front are just they're just dudes. Like they know how to play. They're gonna go out there and they're gonna go to like they're gonna give everything they got from the starter of the first whistle to the very echo of the last whistle.
And one more on the offensive side. You see Bryson daily every day in the locker room on the field. Tell us something about this guy that we may not see since we're not there every day or we're not in the locker room.
It's sometimes hard to just think like that guy is like a regular person sometimes. Like just seeing the things he does on the field, just like he continues to find different ways to just have me just looking like this kid is ridiculous. I had the pleasure to be in his chemistry class last year, and even in there, you see the way he performs on the field. He's performing that way in the classroom, and it's just like he like blows my mind completely. Like just the way he carries himself on a day in and day out basis. He knows every single person on his team. He will name first name, last name, hometown, high school. Like Bryson Daly is who you want in the locker room, who you want in the classroom, and ultimately who you want leading soldiers one day.
Kody, let's talk about you. How do you feel playing such a significant role this year?
It's definitely a surreal moment, but I make sure like I try not to get too far ahead of myself or try not to get complacent because I know the guys that are in the defensive line room with me, they're like it's not like they're sitting around doing nothing. Those guys are working day in and day out. They're like the competitiveness we have in this defensive line room is like it's up there. Like guys like Jacob Teote, Cody Winokur, Kyle Lewis, Andre Miller, Jack Latour, Tyler Rafferty, Trey Sophia, like those guys are gonna we push each other day in and day out. We have a dog standard that we're trying to enforce, and we are gonna go out there every day and uphold that standard. And just being able to be a part of it all is it's honestly a blessing. Just being around those guys and just being able to step into the role that I've stepped into and had unconditional support from every single one of those guys is just amazing.
Kody, I've seen players come into West Point and they don't see action as freshmen, some not as sophomores, some even not as juniors. What do you think you did? What did you bring to this team that allow you to crack the lineup here as a sophomore?
I just trusted the plan and just waited my turn to just whenever I got a chance, just go out there and do like exactly what I just talked about earlier with the dog standard. Just go out there and play fast, play physical, play with great technique, amazing fundamentals, and just doing everything that the coaches have put in place for us to do. And I think that has made us extremely successful with the amount of preparation and work they give us. And I think that's played a big role in me being able to step into the spot I'm in.
Why'd you come to West Point?
Life's all about doing hard things and getting through challenges, and what better place to be challenged than here? Like you're gonna meet the most amazing people you ever meet in your life. You're gonna be challenged mentally, physically, emotionally. So why not come to one of the most premier leadership academies in the world and do it?
It ain't easy though, right?
There's gonna be days where it's hard, but at the end of the day, you got a locker room full of brothers that are gonna be there no matter what. So they get me through it all.
Last thing, I know you guys focus on football on Saturdays, but just the game aside, what's your favorite aspect of going to, especially on Mikey Stadium Saturdays? What do you like most about the Saturdays?
To start Black Knight Alley, 100%. Just seeing all the fans, parents, the spirit band out there, and just being able to feel the love that we get from the community, the school, like it really makes you feel super special. And then being able to go out there and seeing the entire core up on their feet, going crazy to some song I've never heard in my life before, but they're just singing it word for word. Like that is what makes it special. Playing on such a like this is an historic campus, playing in a historic stadium. Just that is what makes it special with the guys around me.
Thanks, Kody.
Sal, you have anything?
Hey Cody, how are you?
Good, Sal, how are you?
Good, good. Just wanted to ask you a little bit of what it would mean for you guys if you could on Saturday get the job done and get Seal Bowl eligibility so early in the season for you guys. It might be one of your goals, I'm guessing, for the season.
It's definitely something we would think about. And but we kind of just stay on the page. We don't try to look too far ahead at this end, like towards the end of the season. We got a big opponent coming in this week. They play fast, they play physical, they're big up front. They have athletes all across the board. They're well coached. So we're more focused about just trying to see what we can do this weekend and hopefully try to match up with all the key weapons they have. And we're just gonna try to do our best this week and worry about all the other weeks when they come.
Gotcha. You play with a lot of emotion. I don't know if you were asked about this. Where does your love of the game come from? Like, when did you kind of first discover your love for football, I guess? And it's a long-winded question. I apologize.
Oh, that's all good. I grew up in a football household. My dad played, both my older brothers played, and my mom, she was a track runner in high school. So I just grew up in a competitive household. And I think I believe I started playing when I was either 3 or 4. MOT youth football fields back in Delaware. I was probably surprisingly the smallest guy on the field for some reason. And I think ever since then, it just took off from there. Just the excitement you get from going out there and making a play, or just the memories you make with the guys on the team. That's what fuels, that's what gets me up out of bed in the morning. Just knowing that at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, I'm gonna go be around some of the best guys I've ever met in my life. And just, they're the ones that get me through this place. They're the ones that I play for. And, not only them, but my family as well. Like, my brother checks in on me 24/7. He's a high school coach in Arizona, and in the middle of practice, he's stopping, asking me questions and stuff, asking about the game, asking how's practice going. Like, just seeing all the love and support I get from them, my teammates and people in the Corps, that just keeps everything going, honestly.
That's awesome. You mind if I ask your brother's name?
Chuhran Miller.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you so much.